He-Man! He must get cold in the winter with those clothes on. Even those furry pants can't protect your testicles from the winter chill. So, a haircut that even Boris Johnson would scoff at, and a buff body the exact colour of a perfect tea, couldn't stop him becoming a hero to millions of little kiddywinks in the 1980s. I myself was one of them. And over the next 3 videos we will be looking at all 3 Masters of the Universe games released for the Spectrum in 1987, which seems a bit like saturation, but here we are. And we will start with US Gold's Masters of the Universe, The Super Adventure. Toy makers Mattel may have dropped a testicle in 1976 when they declined a request by a young director by the name of George Lucas, who asked them if they wouldn't mind making some action figures to go along with this movie he was making. Now, I can't remember the name of that film, and none of us can. It was bloody Star Wars, wasn't it? And upon the storming success of Star Wars, Mattel realised that that lump in their bed was in fact the poo they put there, for yes, they had shat the bed, and they busily started scraping the sheets clean with the rolled up concepts of what they would have to come up with so they wouldn't feel so bad. One of those concepts was a man with a tank for a head, which didn't get beyond the planning stage, and would seem like an incredible idea if you were completely off your nut. He-Man won out of this little toy off, and he and his pals launched a toy line. The toy line was then accompanied by a comic book by DC and the animated toy advert stroke TV show, which was the Masters of the Universe animation. And boy, was it a success. Mattel shifted toys hand over fist. Incredible things like Castle Grayskull and all these action figures you see here. That despite the fact they called the franchise Masters of the Universe, which I think literally no one uses. Everyone I know calls it He-Man. And so to the games. US Gold managed to score the rights to the toy franchise, while Gremlin Graphics nabbed the rights to the movie that was a thing that existed. And lo, the games market of 1987 was absolutely flooded with the oily muscle grease of He-Man and his Masters of the Universe, as the Spectrum saw 3 titles birthed upon its keyboard. Get that fluid out of my rubber keys, man of he. Today we're going to play this one. Hang on a minute. Is that the door? I can edit this out later, it'll be fine. Hello? Oh, what's wrong with your face?
What do you mean what's wrong with my face? Bloody flesh owner! Take this zapping, you dolt! What is this? A video game that has me in it? The story is that I, Skeletor, never resting in my struggle to overwhelm Eternia and become the kingdom's absolute ruler, as is right, have developed an Earthquaker device which controls through hypnotic rays a horde of rock binders, gigantic beasts created from boulders who are capable of gnawing their way through solid rock. Under my supervision, the monsters are even now tunneling beneath the foundations of the Shadowlands and approaching the borders of Eternia, where I shall rule and get Castle Grayskull and look at the sorceress in the nude. Yes! She's got feathers. I'm into that. Don't judge me. Anyway, Apparently, Prince Adam, the Prince of all Eternia, will take up the Sword of Power and assume his alter ego of Prince Adam is He-Man? How could I ever tell? They look nothing. Oh, they do look a bit like each other now. Yes. I feel a bit of a Burke now. Oh, well. On with the mission. Wait. King Randall? Well, I should zap. Am I He-Man? I don't want to be He-Man. He's a chode. A stumpy penis covered in walnuts. What an idiot! Very well. I shall play so badly and condemn him to a fate worse than being eaten alive by a giant wolf covered with fire that has velociraptors as fleas. Now, what do I have to do? Where is He-Man on the screen? What? I have to type? Well, what I'll do is I'll get back to you in 30 minutes when I've worked out what's going on. I can't say I had a lot of fun with this video game. I'm not really one for playing text adventures, you see. However, the still graphics were very nice. Here is that blithering dolt Mantenna, who gets taken out by a simple sword swipe. The useless numpty! And look, there's that chump Man-at-Arms. He's working in a pub while wearing full armour, according to this game, which is an interesting insight into the mind of the nincompoop. What are you worried about, Man-at-Arms? It's not like it's as dangerous as the Croydon Weatherspoons, is it? What a buffoon! The adventure for this idiot He-Man is long and sprawling, but unfortunately for the fool, it is beset by a serious issue. Masters of the Universe, the super adventure, seemingly doesn't have a very good lexicon of words, as the game gets very confused if you type the wrong words in. This presents an issue that a lot of other text adventure games of the time avoided very well. Also, Beastman tells me anyway, the absolute nerd, he plays a load of them while eating super noodles. What a disgusting orange beast! So yes, I wasn't that impressed by Super Adventure, so let's just see how well the Eternian computer magazines rated the game. Crash Magazine quite liked it and gave it an 84%. What a bunch of fools. Computer and Video Games gave it an 8 out of 10. What? This is ridiculous. He-Man thwarts my plans. Do they not know what they're talking about? Make a Skeletor game in the same style and I'll like it, I say. I'll like it. I get beaten in this game. It's demoralizing. Anyway, the next game will hopefully be significantly better for my RSI that I got from polishing Evil Lynn's orbs, as it's an arcade game. So no typing, goody gumdrops. Join me again next time for another adventure in the world of Masters of the Universe, where hopefully we play as me and I can kick He-Man in the testicles or something. I've had enough of him. Him and his little furry pants. See you next time. Okay, thanks, bye. Yes.